But I'm going to start with both of you because your eviction was quite interesting.
Yeah.
You were tipsy, you were lit, and then you got evicted. I feel like it probably wouldn't resonate till the next morning. So what was it like when the alcohol did wear off?
No, it clicked in my head. I was tipsy. I wasn't drunk.
Okay.
Yeah, I knew what was happening, and I was just overwhelmed. But I was grateful at the same time. But then there was tears of joy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you think it was real though?
I just put my mind 50-50. Like, I wasn't sure because at some point they kept us in a room that we were still hearing Biggie's announcements from the house. So I was just confused. But like in my dreams, there was like a whole procession from media rounds to see my son to everything. And Bright asked me, "Do your dreams always come true?" And I'm like, "Most times."
Have you seen your son? Yeah.
No, I'm trying to surprise him.
Okay, nice. Bright, how did you feel though? You were also in that category.
Oh yeah, it was a crazy experience because I didn't believe until we walked up on stage because I was like, how is this possible? I mean, after a Saturday night party, after we were lit.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. But it's a privilege to have stayed till week 8. I mean, it's a long run, so I feel good.
Okay, so real quick, because I don't want you guys to keep moving the mics. But how are you feeling post eviction, Joanna, Culture? How are you guys feeling?
I'm fine. I feel like the moment you understand that when you're out, the environment you were previously and the environment you are now are two different places. So adjusting is not exactly easy, but I think I already started putting my mental state that way in the house. So yeah.
Why is it looking like you felt like you didn't expect it though?
Nobody really expects an eviction. But the good thing was that you have to anticipate that you could leave the house. So that's this little glimpse of hope. Okay. You hold on to. Yeah. Okay, if I go home, that's fine.
Okay. So what about Culture? How did you feel?
I'm good. I'm blessed. I'm okay.
Okay. I mean, I heard you say, "Oh, I won't go out. I won't go out. I heard that. Okay. So I'm going to just start. I'm going to do it one by one. Is that fine?
Yeah,
so let's just keep the answers because I always get to have so many questions. So let's keep it.
Cool.
Just still answer, but just be fast with your response. Yeah. So I'm going to start with. Port Harcourt's babe, the skincare entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me start. First of all, let me give you accolades. You were very competitive.
Thank you.
Were you you were like the first female
hit your hit.
Yeah, before somebody took it over, and you gave us some basketballs in between. So definitely shout out to you for that.
Thank you so much.
So first of all, let me start from the end. K-Baba was visibly shaking, when, you got evicted.
Yeah.
And as at the time you left, there was this blues.
You were just getting to bond.
Yeah. There was this romance that was beginning to bloom.
Yeah.
So, so I want to know though, does that connection end in the house, or do you see it happening in the real world? Is real world and the house just been the house? I
was very specific with the friends I meet, and they're friends that are coming with me to the outside world. Yeah.
Is it in that same capacity?
So what capacity were you guys seeing? Because we never had any romance talk and all. We just
you cuddle.
We're just I mean. Before that, we were already flirting with each other from week 2, week 3. We just didn't take it up because I was focused on showing my personal strengths. I didn't want a ship to water down what there was to Thelma Lawson. I wanted you guys to see me first before bringing anybody into my world.
Okay. So are you still going to continue outside? It's just the house.
So when we come outside and see what our lives outside look like, we would see if it's something that can work or not.
Do you like him?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Is it your type outside the house?
I did mention 3 boys in my first diary session. He was one of them. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Now, where does that leave Ortega? Because he came here and I asked him questions. I asked about you, Sabrina, but you clearly look like, the one that, was up there. And you guys had a level of comfort because I remember you could share stuff with Ortega.
When I can trust people, when people can keep their mouth shut, I just automatically just trust you. So Ortega is also still my person.
Okay. All right. So moving on from Ortega to you and Rooboy.
Yeah.
You guys had a complicated, relationship.
Yeah.
Yes, we know that, from the beginning you had said, nothing.
Yeah.
But my question is, just for the fact that he still sort of had hope, I liked him, Thelma. Do you think that you were not stern enough with, how you're like, no, but you still like allow certain things happen?
Yeah.
So do you think it was a case where you were not really stern or firm enough with Rooboy? That's why he still, did think he had hope.
Yeah, I think I wasn't firm enough. I should have just, cut off the friendship from the moment I knew that he liked me, because it wasn't possible at that point in time.
Cut it off, but it can never happen.
Yeah, but I did that like the very first day he was talking to me. He asked me if it was something that could work, and I'm like, not inside this house, but maybe outside. And maybe if we had come outside, it would have still been the same thing that I'm saying about Kibo, but we'll come outside and see how our lives are outside and see if it's something that works. But there was a Thursday after the pool party that I told him, you know what, if I have to date you, if I have to date somebody, you have to be someone that eventually I can bring around my son, and you don't really have like that personality that I want around him, because like your energy is too much, you come off as a bit too loud to me, and I don't want him like that. And I said that to him, but in the nicest way possible, but he just still kept on going on and on, so it just became very annoying from that point.
So he basically just refused to accept what the reality was.
Yeah, so when I had said no in several nice ways and he kept on going on, it just confused me. At a point, I just thought that maybe this thing is a strategy, because maybe you're trying to piss me off or annoy me or something, because it's not possible I'm saying no and you're still toasting me. Yeah. Okay.
So moving on from that, it leads me to that explosive bread argument or whatever it was that happened, where Kaikumi had stolen...
Kibo's bread.
So you knew about it, right?
Yeah.
And then you kept it. And then one small argument, you just exposed him, pretty much to the whole house.
Yeah.
And that was quite funny. So is it a thing where, how do I put this? Is it a thing where that's how you are, where you sort of hold people's, receipts and then you wait for the time to just strike?
So you forgot to mention that there was an argument between Ortega and Isabella that day, and I did feel like Isabella and Kaikumi were wrong. And then we were having it was like an argument between me, Ortega, Isabella, and then Kaikumi eventually. And he came and started saying things like, oh, all you know is Isabella, all you know is this. And I'm like, you don't say I hold all your secret, Abi. You're just coming here and you're just talking rubbish, Abi. And I'm like, Imisi had also said something like, there's so many people that hold things in this house and all of that. And I did mention something like, like Kaikumi now that is sharpening his mind. If I want to say something, I know what I will say, but I won't say that because like you're my friend. And he still came right in my face and was still saying a lot of nonsense. And I'm like, I did try code for you, but you see they lose guard. I'm like, and then I mentioned that out there and that was it. So it was a case of, we're friends even before the house. Like, at least have my back to some extent, because I think I've pretty much taken a lot of heat trying to have your back. And then the one time there's an argument, you're going back at me, bass. Like, I didn't find it funny.
Okay. All right. Let's talk about, I'm sure a lot of people have asked you about this, but I will still ask you.
Okay.
Because I also don't get how it started. And I don't want to believe it was just that head of our situation. And that is Isabella.
Okay.
Where did it go wrong? Like, what was the problem? What was it exactly?
I think the problem was from her end. She just had like ideas in her head and entertained them. Because for me, I don't take a lot of things too deep. If you watch me on the show, a lot of things I was doing them for fun. I just did not like being predictable, actually. But it was later, like people like Bright, Culture, Joanna, people that are my friends. But Sabrina kept on saying it from week 2. When I was doing all those sometimes I'll make some comments and they'll struggle to understand if I was serious or not. And Sabrina will be like, oh, you will take this Thelma girl too seriously. You don't know this girl and all of that. Sometimes I'm just trying to be playful. And I was also trying to bring in some twist into the game when I did that whole thing and all of that.
You're not really answering my question though.
Okay, what was the question?
What was the problem with you and Isabella?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Almost the entire season you were not cool.
Yeah, because like after the head of house situation, she just blew up everything, and I'm not the kind of person to be addressed in a certain type of, like, people expected that, oh, we should have a conversation, but like I think that she blew things out of proportion. At that point in time, I'm not going to come to you to start saying, oh, I'm sorry, because I didn't see what I was apologizing for. Kaikumi was my friend before the house. I don't see why I had to explain that.
It wasn't really about explaining. This will be the last question I'll ask you. So it's a thing where we kind of know Dede and Sultana don't like each other, but it's not like back and forth or talking about each other or like being beat out on enmity. It's okay if you're not cool or you don't like them. But in your own case, it wasn't. It was just like constantly.
In my own case, I think Kaikumi contributed to it greatly, because one moment you come to me and you're complaining about her, and I'm trying to give you advice as a friend, and next thing you go back there making me look stupid. There's a lot of, and Kaikumi's best friend was Victory. Victory was very good at just making things like a big deal and all of that. So that was just
Kaikumi was the problem.
Yeah.
Okay. So we found the problem. So, all right, let me move to Bright real quick. Hi, Bright.
Hi. How you doing?
I'm fine. I'm good. Nice. So how are you?
I'm good.
Okay. So for you, it was more like you. A lot of people, you get on the show, they're like, "Hey, fine boy," and it's like, give us something. People who liked you, but they needed content. So it felt like you opened up. You did open up, but it felt like you opened up, slowly. So what was it initially with, your pace with the game?
That's just my personality. I'm a very calm and reserved guy. I like to observe, and getting to the house was a tough one for me first week because it was 28 different people with different backgrounds, different mindset, ideas of life. So I just had to take my time, and when I came out, I just felt that was it for me.
So normally you just take your time to study the environment.
Right, that's it.
Which made it quite interesting because just from calm to that switch with Kaikumi where it was like, you lunged at him and like, what is going on? So it was the switch for me. So it was just like he had, mentioned the B word. Am I correct?
Yes.
That was it.
Yes.
And, you were so, upset that people, were holding you. Right. So was it a thing where, it was a matter of respect for you, or was it just like theatrics for the game where it's like, let's give them a show?
Nah. It was a thing of respect, and I felt like the issue was a lady, and I didn't want a lady to be a problem between me and someone who I consider my guy in the house, because before then I and Kaikumi, we used to talk about stuff. So it was like, bro, if you like this girl, it's fine, go to her. I'm not holding you back, but don't come and start giving me attitude because of you like a girl. I think I did that in primary school. So it's a very childish thing. So when he did that thing, I felt like, come on, bro. And before that, people have actually been pushing me to the wall, but I was holding it. So I felt like that was like the top one. So I just had to express myself.
Okay. So obviously another bus was the situation with the cigarettes.
Right.
with Faith, and I think Culture was involved. 2 minutes in dominating. But we'll get back to you. So, in that particular situation, you had like a double strike. Yeah. Which kind of felt a lot. But what did that moment teach you, in the game? Did you learn anything from that going forward?
Yes, I did learn something. I learned that some situation can be prevented, some fights can be prevented, and you shouldn't pay attention to everything that happens in that house, most especially because the whole story about the whole cigarette and lighter thing was, I had an agreement with Faith. We had a discussion about something. So suddenly you're instigating something, you're causing an issue. So I'm like, where are you? Are you with me, or are you trying to just make yourself the whole center of attraction of this thing, which is not necessary? So that went off, and I had no intention of even trying to like hit him or anything. I confronted him, and so I just gave him like a little, just a little jab, and all of a sudden double strike. I'm like, okay.
God save you didn't get one more. Because but then again, we're gonna move away from that. This is a major. Well, you're not in the situationship, but in a way, you played like an advisory role to the Kola Dede situation.
Yeah.
So this is my thing with you. On one hand, you're scolding him, guy, give yourself some respect. What is wrong with you?
Yeah.
On the other hand, you see they push him inside the fish pond. So it's like, today you have a conversation with him.
That's actually not it, because I had to accept him for who he is, right? I had to accept him because this is what he wants. At first, I was really pushing him, and along the line I saw that, my guy has already made up his mind. So sometimes, like, when I'm talking to him, it's like he's entering here, he's coming out from here. At the end of the day, he knows what he wants, he knows what his heart wants. So I felt like, okay, since you really want this person, since you're really interested, let's work towards this. So that's just
so
it.
You helped him get further.
I did. I know we planned some, one or two.
But you definitely knew how he was looking, at the time.
Yeah, I didn't like the whole triangle thing with, even if there has to be like a triangular thing happening with them. I didn't expect Kola to be there because I respected Kola so much, and he is my friend. So that was just my problem. If he was having his thing, just him and Dede, I'll be like, oh, okay, you know, we'll sort this thing out. But the whole him and two other guys, I'm like, bro, you're.
But why do you think he was so fixated on that situationship with Dede? It gets to a point where you're like, you know what? Let me just, you know, why do you think he was so bent and, you know, what is it?
I think, like I would say, I've always been saying this, I feel like Kola is an intentional man and he's a chaser, right? And no matter what it is, he will keep chasing till he's there. I don't want to.
In a way, it was a conquest.
Yes. So I felt like he was just doing his thing, and at some point, I just feel like, you know, let me accept this guy for who he is and just support him. He's my guy. Okay. So that's it.
I'm going to wait for Kola to come out.
Right.
But then even the questions I want to ask, can we really ask? Because at the end of the day, it now feels like, you know, at the end of the day, you know, the fishes at the fisher woman. But anyways, let's move away from that. So speaking of Dede, it wasn't a hate thing, but you didn't really like her. Like, you didn't.
I get that everywhere.
You didn't.
And I'm like,
I remember you even had a conversation with Dede and Kola where she was saying like, about Dede as well, maybe she doesn't, you know, just fancy you like that. What was it? It wasn't hate, but you just, what was it about her?
To be honest, I would still say this first impression for me matter a lot, and we had like one thing the first day and I disliked her for that. So from that day I no really send them. But
was the hug thing?
Yeah, it was the hug thing. Because yeah. And I that's not even an issue for me if we were outside. But this was like the first day and the whole camera. So I was thinking this person wants to use me to shine, you know. So I took it personal. But then again, I talked to her and I told her how I felt about the whole situation. And she apologized and she said she's not like that. And we were good. But along the line, I noticed she is a close friend to a girl I like in the house. So I just wanted to create boundaries and not, you know, I can't be talking to someone I like and I'm also in the other person's case, so they don't get it. It doesn't be a mix up. So that's just it. I don't dislike Dede in any way. It's just boundaries, and you know, we don't vibe like that, and it's okay. You know, I don't need to vibe with everybody in the house. That's it. That's
fine. That's absolutely fine. Speaking of the budding connection, the chemistry you had with Mide, it was amazing. A lot of housemates will come out and say you guys had like really amazing connections.
All right.
But what was it about Mide from the beginning? Because it was like, you know, from the get-go. But what was it about her? Was it her looks, her personality? What was it exactly?
She's my type of woman. Mide is my spec in a woman, and you know, getting into the house, I needed someone to really talk to, a companion. And then we got talking and, you know, feelings got involved, even if I fought myself for a while.
You did?
Oh, yes, I did.
I didn't see that. Okay.
The whole fighting thing was me and Big Brother in the diary room. Okay. Maybe it wasn't put out there, I don't know. But, yeah, I had to, like... Well, at some point, I just let go and just... I mean, it's a reality TV show, and I didn't come here with a strategy. I came there with me. My strategy is me, myself, my personality. This is who I am. And we happened. It happened, and, you know, that's it.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
But does it end there, or are you going to continue building
It doesn't end there because it's a continuous thing.
It doesn't end there because...
Because I don't want it to end there.
Okay.
There's the future. She needs to come out.
Okay.
And then, you know,
we love that. We love that. Now, speaking, I just want to ask this real quick because I didn't get it. Because there was nothing there. They were just basic friends. But a few times, because I caught it, Jason and Mide, it was just basic friendship.
Right. Yeah.
But, you know, a few times we saw you complain. There was one time they danced. They danced if it was just... You know,
I complained that they danced.
Yeah, pool party. And she was trying to explain that, you know, it was just...
No, it wasn't the dance thing, though. I
never complained that you danced with somebody in a kind of way.
Yes.
And you referenced, she also danced with Jason. And she's trying to...
Oh, I was just trying to go tit for tat for her, with her. That's not... I didn't see that in any...
Anyway.
I was just trying to...
What about the time where... I don't know whether he gave her a chance or you complained to.
Yes, I complained.
What happened? Did he dash out like a chain? What was
he came out of the pool and he was, I don't know his plan. I feel like he did that for the camera. He was looking for someone to give his chain to, and all of a sudden Mide was sitting on the swing, and he came and he just put it on her neck. And I'm like, I was talking to Mide, I'm like, he has Sultana to put it on his neck. He had Dede to put it on her neck. He had Isabella to put it on her neck. Why is it you?
That's his friend now.
I'm like, why?
No, but was he just hold it for me? What was?
No, he actually like put it, and the way he put it in my eye was looking so sensual. Oh, come on! If you really want to keep your chain, you'll be like, oh, can you help me hold this?
Yeah.
And then he was still trying to. He was still struggling to like clock it. I'm like.
Okay, now I see what the scene might have looked
like.
Okay.
And we were all tipsy, so. Yeah. All right.
But
that's it.
I get a feeling you don't like Jason that much. Is that? Yeah.
Not like I don't like him that much. So I didn't get to like vibe with everybody in that house, which is totally fine because I'm not there to make friends. It's a reality TV show. I'm there for myself.
Now, was it because of color?
How do you mean? Was it because of
like
color?
The initial.
Oh no! Before color came into the picture, me and Jason J were just like, I just saw him as a very athletic person. I liked his style. Whenever we're in the arena, that's when we even vibe more. But when we come out, it's like, we have different lifestyle and personality. So that's just it. There's nothing about me liking or not liking him. We're just cool.
Okay. So, as many times as people may have asked you this, I'll still ask you though. Have you spoken to your girlfriend outside the show? Or did we say ex or girlfriend? I don't even know. Have you spoken to her outside the show?
I haven't.
Why?
It's a lot happening right now. I came out of the house. I got my phone and I realized I just lost my manager. And then coming to see all the whole thing about social media.
Oh yeah, that was
because this person was actually, she was the one handling my social.
Okay.
And I checked, I did a background check. There was nothing like anybody hacked my socials because it was just her and me, and my phone was kept, not given to anybody. So right now I've had the conversation. I've not had a conversation because I spoke to my therapist and they told me to like take a moment, I just came out of an isolated space, so I need to relax, and then so I don't just react and make a decision, right? But the conversation is gonna happen. It's gonna happen, but not now. I need to take my time.
Though, how do you give your handles to a girlfriend or anybody you have remembered?
So this is to show you how genuine I was while coming to the show. This is somebody I was really into.
Yeah.
And I wanted to give this responsibility to my manager. But at that time, may he so rest in peace. But at that time, he was so busy. He was because he's also an artist. He was traveling in and outside the country. And then I was looking out for social media managers, and the figures they were calling for me was too much. So, and I had other things I had to deal with. And then we had an agreement. And she said she's good at this thing. And as at that time, it's okay for you to have a level of trust for someone. And I'll be like, okay, let's do this. That's it.
Okay. So I guess you've learned not to mix business with pleasure.
Experience,
So how about the tattoo, though?
How about the tattoo?
Yeah.
I'm a hopeless romantic. I am a very intentional man. It's not deep. That's not deep for me. A tattoo is a tattoo. If I meet someone I'm really into, I will tattoo your name on me, and if we break up, I clean that shit up. I put the next person
you can't curse on radio, but you clean it up. So the tattoo is going off.
Oh, definitely.
Ooh, okay.
Definitely.
All right, Bright. Enjoy talking to you, but I have to move on. So